Right then, in this video we're going to explore some deep underground mines. These mines are large, much bigger than a bunker. These have to be some of the largest underground tunnel systems I know of, because unlike a bunker which is built to a particular size for its use, a mine is not being built for the purpose of building a tunnel. It's being built to mine out the stone in the tunnel, meaning these mines get bigger and bigger as the more and more stone gets taken out, meaning you end up with an absolutely huge complex of underground tunnels. They are big and very easy to get lost in. Well, the last one I'm going to show you is Brown's Folly mine, and that one is ginormous. But before we go into that, let's first start off with one of the mines underneath Caution. Unlike the other mines in this video, which were built predating electricity, this particular one is a more recent mine. As this one, you can see that the stone's been taken out using a lot more modern style cutting systems. You can see the mine's a lot neater constructed, and also it's a lot larger because it's large enough for them to drive vehicles down to remove the stone. Also, all of the different parts of the mine are labelled with different letters and numbers so you know where you are, plus they have little signs pointing you to which way goes deeper into the mine and which way goes towards the fire exit. So this is quite a modern mine, but it's now abandoned. Let's go and explore it. So, after going through the red door, we've then got the mine.
Slope shaft. It's quite deep, isn't it?
How big is this one?
Quite big.
Oh, this really is sloping.
Yeah, it's going quite deep, this. I'm surprised how deep this is going. But it's still going down. I just thought there's a hole in the ceiling. You put your feet in, wash your feet. Look at that. That's not sharp.
Brake test zone. Hey, you wouldn't want brake failure down here. Ah, it is flooded.
Oh shit.
It is pretty flooded. It comes up to my feet. It's not terrible, but it's a bit horrible.
Could went around with the rocks, actually.
We're doing it without wellies looks disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, but without wellies, it's not nice.
For a swim.
Yeah, do you enjoy your swim?
Look at the old saw, not one.
Why is that just left there?
Old sink.
The seat?
Random, isn't it? Oh, look, the rings, I didn't notice that.
Fire alarm call point. Lights up there.
I wonder if the power wants to be connected it back on.
Those don't look in too bad a condition.
Yeah, they don't move. Wow, what's this? That's a breather thing, isn't it?
This room, the cannon printer, loads of stuff. And here we got bunkery room. That's a weird way to make a sink on breeze blocks. Ready for sploshy time? I don't know, Brown's Folly water's also clear. It's weird considering it's a mine.
Have you seen the swimming pool in Brown's Folly?
Yeah, there's some weird parts to it.
I've seen people have a bath in that.
What?
Yeah, with candles. Oh, that was deep.
Yeah, this bit here goes like it's almost exceeding the length of my wellies there. Oh, and the floor's slippy. Don't slip over in this. That'd be fucked. B4.
What's all that sheet off?
Oh, asbestos, I don't know. Well, it's actually quite big.
Yeah. Oh my god, there's a door there, where's that?
There's just the exit there that goes to. Lots of this has been backfilled.
Oh, wow.
Actually, the exit takes you into another tunnel.
Oh, never mind. What the fuck? We're in a quarry. Yeah, this is a different one.
We're in C mine now. The last one was B mine. This is C mine. Emergency exit. Oh, that's the old exit.
Probably backfield, I reckon.
Well, this is actually quite big. This goes on a long way because in C mine, I wonder how many different letters there are. Have we found any UFOs yet down there?
Found an alien's arm.
Ugh.
There's an old shaft here, apparently.
Shaft. Is that the shaft in there?
Probably that.
Backfield.
Oh, this is massive.
Ah.
That up to the surface.
I wonder where this goes at the top.
Oh, yeah, it's a long way up.
Fuck.
listen, you can hear sheep.
Cow's up there. I'll speak back to it in cow language. Moo. We're in D mine now.
Yeah.
So we're going further. We were in B, we're now in C, now in D. How many different mines are there?
I don't know. I didn't realise it was this big.
Yeah, so green and white means the fire exit is forwards. Red and white means the fire exit is not forwards.
But the fire exit blocked.
Yeah, but fire exit's that ladder, we don't know what's at the top of that. So we've found a door. Which mine's this one?
I don't know.
Oh, this looks more like Brown's Folly now. What letter's this one?
This one looks like it doesn't even have any letters.
Looks like we're in Brown's Folly now.
Yeah. What's the last part we've walked underneath this village? It must be quite deep in it.
These all these little villages look shit on the outside. When you get underneath them, they become interesting. These mines are like that. You think you've seen it all, but it just goes on and on.
I thought we already had seen it all, but it was just found the store. Another mine. But it's not labelled, this one.
This is why you wear a hard hat in the mine. You've got lots of rock.
Because of them big screws hanging out the ceiling.
Yeah, but you wouldn't hit your head on that.
I've done that, and that bunker in Dover to get the key. There's blood everywhere.
Rockfall protection. There's a big fan here.
Holy fuck. Mate, look at this.
Okay, you got fire exit signs that way, so we can go around the big loop.
That looks like it goes into another
Look at
area.
all the metal on the ceiling, it's so weird.
That's supports, isn't it?
So this way apparently should be a fire exit because it's green signs. I wonder if it leads back to where you were.
This looks really...
It has to be more up on these, I reckon.
Yeah,
That's been backfilled.
It was really interesting, the found. It's like Belsize Park.
Yeah, they don't want anyone going in there. Concreted the slabs together.
Yeah, and they put a reasonable wall behind it. How far do you reckon we are? Like under this village?
Right underneath it.
There are all people in there. What have they got behind that wall?
I don't know. B21, that's not blocked.
Oh, wow. You put vehicles down there?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely goes further. That goes along. This mine's huge. Do you think it backfills for ages? Do you think it's just this bit and if you go down it'll go big again?
I reckon the whole way.
B17A. So much of it's backfilled.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see it without a backfill. It'd be huge.
Yeah, it will be.
Well, you know what we've lost? We've lost the little markers that's showing your way out now. Oh no, there we are.
That would have went further.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, this is big. The B22A.
Well, this reminds me of an intact version of Bethel. You know what that's for? Cutting chunks out the ceiling to hold the ceiling together while they cut bits off.
So then, now we go along to the next mine, which is the Coombe Down mine located in Bath. The top of this mine has this unusual looking shaft that leads down to it. Let's go down to the mine, and at the bottom of the shaft there's this more modern looking area which is like the main area they would have worked from.
What we need to do, run a big cable with an extension in with a load of lights. Light the whole mine up. Oh, I'm guessing we go that way.
Oh, this is different to the others.
Yeah.
That. This looks like a bunker.
Yeah, you wait till you get to the bigger bit. There's a bigger one of this. Massive.
Stretcher. Bin. There's a bathroom bin that's rusty. Ironing boards. Oh, this is weird. Oh my days, I'm not sure if I could do that.
I'm not sure I can do that.
So when my friend previously visited this mine, it used to be much bigger, but they filled in part of it, which means we're just in quite a small section of the mine now, and we cannot get to the rest of the mine. But when they filled it in, they put in this tube, linking this section of the mine to the rest of it. The first part of the tube I could actually squeeze through, but then the tube gets smaller. And that second part, maybe I could just about squeeze through that, but that'd be claustrophobic. So we decided not to do this part.
The first one you can, the second one, that's a squeeze. Where does it even go?
So then, as we're currently in Coombe Down in Bath, there's something here which I just had to visit, which is this cycle route. This is a former railway route, and after the railway went abandoned, they've later converted it to a cycle route. And turning former railway lines into cycle routes is very common, but it's not normal that the tunnels are including this. Usually the tunnels do not get opened up, especially this first tunnel, which is a mile long. But what makes this interesting is they've actually opened up the old railway tunnel as part of the cycle route. It's over a mile long, it's very dimly lit, and walking through this tunnel, it makes me feel like I'm in some sort of URBEX site, except I'm not. This tunnel is officially open to the public, so yeah, it's extremely long and extremely dark. Normally councils would never dream of opening something like this to the public, but here they have. And I really like it.
This is really weird. Like, the amount of times I've urbexed like abandoned train tunnels, old mines and all stuff like that. First time I've ever urbexed something that is as dark as an urbex site. It does not feel like a public tunnel at all. It's far too dark to be a public tunnel. It feels like an urbex site. But it's public. A public cycle route. This is so bizarre. Like, if this was London, people would be saying things along the lines of, it's dangerous, you'll get mugged if you go in a tunnel. But it seems like people in Bath don't have that issue. It's really weird. This is literally a public tunnel. It feels like I'm trespassing. It literally feels like I'm trespassing right now, because you would not think a public tunnel would look like this. It's got a brick section and stone sections. Switches between brick and stone as you go through the tunnel. This is so strange. With a brick, now back to stone again. It's so dimly lit. It's so weird, this. So I've walked in 600 metres according to that. It's 1,100 metres to the end. It's a 1,700 metre long tunnel, just over a mile long. Such a long tunnel. It's so weird. It's so long. Oh, I should have brought a bike here. It's so good of a bike. Not even halfway yet. I didn't think this was going to be this long. How far now? 800 back, 900 to go. So I'm not quite halfway. Might as well walk the whole thing since I'm here. So I've reached the other end. 1,700 metres later. This is really weird. I actually like it because it's so strange. And we're out the other side. That was weird. I must say it was an incredibly weird experience. Oh shit! Tunnel lights are switched off, 10 PM, 5 AM. Fuck! You'd be down and lights switch off. I'm weirded out by that. If only lights is only turned off in the tunnel, you'd be halfway down and all the lights turn off. If you're in the middle, you'd have to feel to the exit. If those lights switched off and you didn't have a torch, you'd be fucked.
So after walking through his first railway tunnel, further along this railway line is actually a second railway tunnel. This has to be the most interesting cycle route I've ever seen in the whole of the UK.
And here is the second tunnel on the Two Tunnels Way. Similar setup, tunnel lights get switched off, which I think is very dodgy.
So then, before we visit the motherlode of all mines, which is Brown's Folly, let's first go to a mine called Swan Mine. This is a medium-sized mine, still a large underground complex, but not as big as the one we're going to see. This mine, down at the far end of it, there is an old wooden crane. Let's go explore the mine and find the crane.
So we hear the wood creak, right. Oh, this is quite cool, this bit. It's clean. Oh, mate, which way do you go here?
Across the point. Oh, that looks interesting up there. It shows you how good it is that Brown's Folly is the person that cleans up the mine, because he keeps it in really good condition. It'd be nice if they reinstated a little train down here and turned it into like a train ride. That'd be fun. There is on the table rust. Lots of rust.
You've got spurs on the left and the right, so I'm guessing this is the middle tunnel.
Yeah, this is the middle tunnel, this one.
Yeah, so it's got to be the main road.
It's got exit both directions apparently, but well.
That's not true.
No, you know.
One way in and one way out of this one, said on Google.
Oh, that way, but I reckon up there goes to that first dead end we were at. But let's go back where we came. And it does look very creepy with RGB lighting. The crane is in danger of falling over. Do not touch. Here we are, we've reached the crane. Can we drive it? Oh wow, I didn't expect it like that.
It's quite cool, isn't it? They should put that in a museum, shouldn't they?
Do not touch the crane.
Imagine getting lost down there.
Brown's Folly is so big, like compared to these ones, which are these ones are more navigatable because they follow more of a set path. Brown's Folly is the big one.
Yeah.
So, with that said, it's now time to visit the biggest mine of this series, which is Brown's Folly. This is actually the third time I've visited Brown's Folly, because so far, this mine has beaten me. While I'm usually very good at sense of direction and really good at exploring and navigating, this mine gets me lost. It is so big. Words cannot describe how big this network of tunnels is. It is crazily large, and a lot of the people explore this mine and upload it to YouTube only explore the first section of it, which is the most scenic part. But beyond the Clapham Junction and swimming pool section that most people go to, it goes a lot deeper, and it goes on for miles. I want to explore this mine properly. I don't want this to defeat me. I want to have a proper look round and navigate the entire thing. So let my third attempt at this mine begin. So I enter in through Muddy Hole.
So we return to Brown's Folly. There it says exit. Last time it took me ages to find the exit. Oh, that's the slope shaft, isn't it? That's the actual slope shaft entrance. Yeah. I didn't realise that. So that's to Clapham Junction. Yeah, this is the way to Red Door. Here, follow the red arrow.
Now usually we go along to the scenic sections like Clapham Junction, but this time let's turn right and go down to one of the other passages. This passage, if you turn right, leads along to the metal door.
It's the Red Door. Here you go.
What's behind it?
Oh, it's infield. It's one of the ways out. Help, it says. Here, infield. Looks like a slope shaft of some sort, so it's been filled in.
Now, heading back the other direction, rather than go back to Muddy Hole, let's take this passage along the other way. This has various chambers coming off on either side.
Yeah, it's a wine colour. It used to have wheels on them, I'm pretty sure. If I'm correct. So that, it's just the frame of it. I would imagine. Big square bottom.
Yeah, I think it goes in order. I don't actually know this section, or where this section goes. This is the part I haven't explored yet. I've not done this bit. It's like a station almost. So
It's where the trains used to park at.
yeah,
Is this dead end?
there's a lot of stations here. Oh, there's a door there. What the fuck?
Someone's cut that.
Yeah, shall we have a look at that? Some of this mine has some weird bits to it. Wow. scary how easy it is, because when you get to here, you could very easily get to a point where it's hard to then retrace your steps. You can get lost so easily. One wrong turning and you're lost. One wrong turning and you're lost.
But sticking to the main passages, this goes deep into the mine. There are arrows that people have graffitied onto the mine to show which way to go. But the deeper into the mine we go, the more these arrows start to disagree with each other and point different directions. Which colour arrow should we follow?
Well, this all looks the same, doesn't it? That's the thing. Right, you get scary down there.
Scary?
Right, if you're scared of getting lost, because it all looks the same.
And along we go to St Paul's. Now when I got here I didn't actually realise it's St Paul's, not till I retraced my steps on the map later on did I realise. Not that the map is any good, the map is actually completely useless for using it as a navigation aid. But here is St Paul's, the largest chamber of the mine.
I'm not sure if my phone can pick it up. Ah, it's too dark, no. My phone can't pick it up. Is this St Paul? I don't know if it's St Paul's or not, but where's St Paul's bunker? I name all the bits of this mine after places in London, it's weird. It's got arrows, I don't know if there's arrows. There's loads of arrows all pointing the same way. Blue, orange, pink, white. No idea where I am at a minute.
It leads down to a trap, I don't know.
I don't know, it might go around a full circle and get back to Clapham Junction, I have no idea. If not, we have to take the train tracks back and just make sure when we take the train tracks back we don't deviate to get back to where we started, otherwise we're lost.
So, heading beyond St Paul's deeper into the mine, and the arrows really start to show different routes the further in we get.
Quite neat, isn't it, this one?
Yeah, it's well maintained, you can see there's a bit where the guy maintains it.
So what, this bit as well?
Yeah, 'cause this bit looks maintained. Oh, there's an arrow pointing that way.
Yeah, but do you trust it? It's going to get you lost. Been to, yeah. That's ammunition store.
Oh, is it? I've not seen this.
I remember that. We are quite deep in the mine now.
Still room.
Yeah, ammunition storage.
Pink and blue now disagree. Pink says left, blue says right. Free Wi-Fi! No fucking way, there's no Wi-Fi down there. The thing is, this looks similar, or the same as something we were at a long time ago. It's not, it's different, it just looks the same. That's how deceiving this mine is. Another free Wi-Fi. That's got pink says that way, yellow says X that way. That is rotten to fuck. So you see what's up here? I've got no idea what's up
What
here.
these are for?
X. Yellow says you're not allowed to go that way, according to yellow. Pink might disagree, because green says this way. I haven't seen green yet. Green says you can go this way. They all disagree, all these arrows. Look how many passages there are, so I'm not going this way because I feel I'll get lost because there's too many passages.
We're walking quite far from where we just got down that junction.
Now as you go in the mine, you have to keep remembering your way back to retrace your steps. The further you go, the harder it is to remember, and eventually, after exploring a selection of different passages, eventually you had to turn back at a stage where we realised the passages were getting so small and confusing, we risked not being able to remember our way back. Looking at a map later, this part, if you'd followed it round, well, depending on which coloured arrows you're following, you eventually would lead round in a big loop, leading back to Clapham Junction the other way, meaning I would have managed to do the whole loop of the mine, but sadly, this mine still defeated me. I have not managed to complete it yet.
If I lived near here, I'd do this every day till I explored every inch of this mine. It would probably take you weeks till you've seen it all.
So we headed back the way we came, back along to Muddy Hole, and this time we'd take the other way, down to the scenic route, towards Clapham Junction.
This is Clapham Junction, this is the station. This is platform 1 of Clapham Junction. I think we might get a train coming in here later. Up we go up here, and we get into platform 2 and 3 at Clapham Junction, which is where it starts to look interesting, so you get the actual train tracks. Welcome to Clapham Junction. If you get on a train, there's actually multiple ways to go on this. There's about 3 different ways these go. It's like 3 routes all merged together here. This way leads to a dead end from what I remember. There's more tracks here. This is a lot of train tracks. Probably where he kept the carts, like it's probably like a depot. This way just stops. What about points are very basic looking points?
Down here like that.
Clapham Junction, it's the only bit of a rail survive. This is the way to the swimming pool. Anyone want to swim? Oh no, you have to reverse it, I remember now. So you go up here, there's a switchback. Go to here, stop the train, then driver changes ends, switch your point. Oh, and here is the door.
And now I go along to the swimming pool.
And now we've arrived at swimming pool land. Anyone want to swim?
That's clear. How deep is that?
About a metre or so. The swimming pool in the mine. It's really weird, this. Is it torch waterproof?
Yeah.
Sure?
I was waiting on them to get back out. Oh!
What?
Fucking
What's
hell.
that?
Nothing.
What?
That rock I thought was some bold fucking guy stood.
Now, back to Clapham Junction. Then if we head right out of Clapham Junction instead, we head down to Free Troughs.
Now we're heading into the deep section. This is where I got lost first time. Oh, train tracks end, and you're now into the deep section. Can't believe I got lost because before I thought it was just a little mine to see. I didn't realise quite how big it was, and that's why I got lost. We've now arrived at 3 troughs. Not 1 trough, not 2, but 3.
Like that. That's nice.
Then beyond Free Troughs is the deep, deep section of the mine.
Yeah, they are Hampton. There's no way it was written in 1938, despite what it says.
This is the part where you really get lost, because the passages you go along connect to loads of other passages in a way which makes it hard when retracing your steps to remember which way you came from, and it's very easy to misremember and get completely lost out here.
The thing is, it does lead in circles. Blue, which is back to Muddy Hole via the red door, says to go right. Pink says to go left, so I definitely will go in a circle eventually. I don't know if I trust it though. This bit in particular is the dodgiest bit of the mine. Pink says that way. I'm following Pink because Pink shows the right way on this bit. Shows you how big this mine is. It's only when you get to this bit you suddenly realise it is properly big.
Yeah.
To start with, you often think, oh, it's a little. You start to think, oh, you'll see all the features. When you realise that you're not going to see it all, not unless you're here for a week when you see this. It's so big.
And the further in the mine you go in this deep, deep section, the more confusing it gets as the more and more little passages going off in all directions there are. This part is very confusing and hard to remember your way back. Eventually we had to abort and turn back.
Muddy Hole. So, that is Brown's Folly, 3rd attempt at it. I definitely need to go deeper in it, so I need to get a guide to show me the rest of it. So when you get so deep, you have to keep remembering your way back. Every time I go in, I go deeper. But I guess the point where you start to not remember it, because it all looks the same. Yeah. So to fully see it, I definitely need a guide.
So annoyingly, I've not yet managed to complete the entire mine. The mine has still defeated me. So it looks like I'm going to have to return for a 4th trip here.